Welcome to the next training video for the LPC console. In this installment, we will be discussing the basics of channel operation, as well as submaster recording and playback. First, let me show you the manual section of the board. You can control individual channels a few different ways on the LPC. When in manual mode, the individual manual faders correspond to channels 1 through 48. You can bring up the intensity to the fixture patched to this channel simply by bringing the fader up. You can also select channels by using the video interface. We'll start in the stage screen. Simply select your channel number, 1 through 5, and then select your desired intensity. The third way, via the keypad, allows you to select the same channels as well as the virtual channels, or those above the board's 48 faders. Channel 58, level 100. Enter. Now that I have covered the basic use of individual channels, let me show you submaster recording and playback. Submasters are a snapshot of lighting levels on stage and can be an entire scene or smaller elements that can be combined to build a look on stage. The LPC allows for 20 pages of subs, giving you the ability to record 480 scenes. You can access these different pages by selecting the Page button on either the console or on the monitor. To begin with submasters, let's select Submasters and Record. The first step of recording subs is selecting what channels you want in your first sub. For instance, if you want to put all the pink front light into one sub from channels 1 through 10, you'll select your desired level and what sub number you want to record to. You can then enter in a name for your sub via the keyboard. You can continue to record subs in this fashion. Let's clear what we just recorded out. Clear all, and then release those channels. Select 11 through 15, set an intensity, and then select the submaster number. It is good to note that the console will show you a warning if you try to record to a sub with data. It gives the options to overwrite, cancel, or insert new data. Inserting will shuffle all higher submasters up one slot. To play back the subs, let's go to the Submaster Run screen. The display at the top includes the submaster's name, current level, and page status. Next and Previous allow viewing of all 24 subs. To alter the submasters that you have recorded, simply click or touch the Preview tab in the lower left-hand part of the screen. If your submaster was live when you entered the screen, the changes made will be seen on stage. If the submaster you are working on was not in use, the changes will be made in a blind state. We can call up our submaster that we would like to edit. Alter the values. And then hit Save. You can stay in this screen to preview additional submasters, and then click Exit to return to the Submaster Run screen. One additional way to control submasters is by using the bump buttons below the fader for that sub. The bump button allows for a quick bump up in intensity of your recorded sub or channel. There are a few options when using the bump button feature. You can add the scene from your channel or sub to a current look on stage. For instance, if we have channels 15 and 16 up, and we hit the bump button for Add, our sub that we recorded will add to the look that was on stage. You can also bump to only what is recorded in that one sub or channel. To do this, you toggle to Solo. Again, all other looks and channels will go out and remain out while you hold the bump button down. You can also use the bump button to bring up your submaster with a fade time. The fade time will only apply to the submasters or quick looks. You do this by selecting Latch. The submaster will remain on until you hit the bump button one more time when you are set to latch. Well, those are the basics of recording and playing back of submasters.